Yes, people, the Premier League is finally back. Literally in about 2 nights from now, kickoff. The season will kick off at Anfield. Unfortunately, it's at Anfield, but you gotta feel excited. The Premier League is back. Our source of happiness, even if our clubs are not the best. We need our clubs week in, week out. They're finally back. The roller coaster starts. But we're here. Josh, welcome back, bro. The Premier League season preview, predictions. We got the Uefa Super Cup, and We're gonna briefly talk about the Carabao Cup second round draw as well. Just obviously because Josh has a few ties to Norwich, and obviously I'm a United fan, and we're in the second round. So, but Josh, welcome back, man. It's been a couple days, but hope you've been well in the past couple days, and yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started, Akvin. This is the start of 3 streams in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got to push through.
Yes,
There's a
sir.
lot to discuss today. There's no
Hundred.
more Beyond the Ball until the international break, but the Premier League preview is back,
Unless
and
it's
it's
some-
going to be stronger than ever.
unless it's something big, we can still do beyond the ball transfer talk if you want until the end of the window. But listen, at the end of the day, up until then, we shall see. But sorry, continue, bro. Continue.
Well, no, there's nothing else to say. It's just there's a heck of a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm looking forward to it. Whether that's from the Premier League to the Carabao Cup to the UEFA Super Cup that I didn't realise was on tonight until Akvin
Yeah,
mentioned it off air.
that was on
You know,
yesterday.
it's looking good, looking good.
Yeah, so PSG Tottenham. Can't wait for that game. Gonna watch it. But guys, important you do so. Slap the likes and let's get the subscribers up. We're getting ever so closer to 400 subs, guys. We're literally 12 subs away. Only 12 subs away, guys. Come on, people, sub to the channel and show us some support in the chat as well. But yeah, bro, I can't lie. Um, it's been a hectic summer of transfers and the rest. But are we ready for the season? Is your club ready for the season? I don't know about my club, but we're facing each other on the weekend. But are we ready for the season? You think?
Well, are both our clubs ready for the season? Is that what you're trying to guess at? Because I
Yeah,
feel like both clubs still need some improvements in their squad. I mean, Manchester United, that goes without saying. With Arsenal, you've still got the left wing problem. You've still got the creative midfielder problem, even the left eight to an extent. Defence is fine, goalkeeper's solid. We finally got a striker. Obviously, Bukayo Saka, you can't go wrong there. But
mm,
we're going to use Madueke on the left. Even my even Stevie Wonder can see that that's not going to work, but you know we're still going to have to see him there. Um, Erdegaard, he's just not up to the level, and he hasn't been for over a year now.
mm,
But he's going to be our captain. He's going to stay as our captain. So ultimately, I feel Arsenal are quote unquote ready. As for
yeah,
Manchester United, I'm not so sure. With the likes of Donnarumma and Baleba being linked, it seems like your transfer business isn't done, and so by definition, that would suggest that you're not ready.
no,
But I still think you've got the squad available and you've got the pattern of play available in order to make a strong start to this Premier League season.
mm,
So, by definition, you may not be considered ready, even by your own internal staff, but you've still got more than enough firepower to kick on.
yeah. No, I hear you, bro. Honestly, because the thing is, like, look, we've got three players in. Obviously, one being from last season, although it does count towards a signing for next season, even though it was signed before the end of the financial year. I'm I'm okay. I'm feeling okay with our transfer business. I'm feeling okay with the work we've done in the summer. But my biggest issue is why didn't we go for a midfielder early on? Why didn't we go for a goalkeeper when it was needed? And I keep on saying to people, I don't think people understand this, but we need a backup right wing back, or we need a right wing back, because if Dallo gets injured, Mazraoui's out for the Afcon, Ahmad's out for the Afcon, and Buemo's out for the Afcon. So who's going to play right wing back? I personally think it's a Dallo, right? I like him, but I don't think he's a wing back. I don't think he's
He
a
should
wing
be
back.
further forward.
He's more a fullback, actually, in my opinion. If you deep it, he's more a fullback or he's a winger. I like Dallas' personality, but I just don't think he suits the system. Ruben Amorim system. I like him further forward, or either he's at fullback. So this is why I think we should go for Denzel Dumfries, who is available for like literally 20 million euros. I would say, you know what, go pay the money for Denzel Dumfries. I literally don't care because
20 million euros is an absolute steal.
he elevates us like anything. That if you get Denzel Dumfries in, that right wing back is sorted defensively and going forward. I reckon that could help us so massively when the Afcon's here and he's fit, and hopefully he's fit, steps in and he just bosses that wing back position. And you have Dorgo on the other side, who's been absolutely immense in preseason. Albeit it is preseason, but he's been looked absolutely amazing. So I want to see how Dorgo pans out the season. I want to see how Ahmad and I want to see Cunha and Mbeumo, how they link up. Sesko, how he fits into the side. I've not seen him yet for United, so obviously I can't really judge. I'm hoping for a debut goal. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know, because I don't know if he'll play. My only question is I don't know how long he'll play, when he'll play, if he'll play, because he's not had preseason. He's not had enough training. He's not had enough, sort of prep time. So he's gotta. I think gotta sit him out for maybe at least 60 minutes, and you bring him on for the last half an hour. See, get him a run out. And I would also maybe give him a full run out the next game. So I don't know who we play next. I think we play Fulham away next. So if that's the second game, I would play him full 90 minutes then. I don't think he plays full 90 against Arsenal, I'll be honest with you, because I don't think he's ready to play full 90 yet. I don't know if he's had preseason with Leipzig. I don't know if he's had preseason with. I don't know if he's had much training is my question as well. But however, if we can get Sesko into the team quicker than usual, I will happily take that. That is the main aim now, to fit him into the side, and to make sure that he doesn't sort of he has to do catch up work, because when you have a new student in your class and all of a sudden you've gone through topics, you have to do catch up work. I don't want that scenario for
Revision.
Literally, I don't want that. I don't want this revision thing. So I want him to come into the side straight away and hit the ground running. Because we have tough games to start the season. You guys don't know how tough our start is to the season. Like literally, bro, we have every single traditional Big Six club in the first 10 games. Unfortunately, we can't slap Leeds yet, so that won't happen until January, probably next year. Hopefully, because we play Leeds to kickstart this to kickstart 2026.
Yeah.
So bro, if we slap Leeds on opening day of 2026, oh my days! I need that. I need that slapping of Leeds. I want to destroy them. I want to beat them. I want to send them back down to the championship for all I care. So listen, if that happens, cool. But obviously, we are going to do our table prediction season preview. Let's go through every single club and their aspirations for this season as well, and then we'll place them on the table. Do you have a Premier League do you have a provisional Premier League table you can bring up if possible?
That's what I was going to say, Akavin. I have not made any predictions whatsoever. I have a rough idea of who's going down, who's qualifying for Europe, and who's winning the league. But beyond that, mid-table below.
Can you bring a table up on your computer if possible?
That's the thing. My computer is absolutely screwed. I have to get that repaired. I'm going in 2 days to get it repaired. So we're we're out of it. I'm sorry about that.
400 subs before the season starts. Come on, yeah. Please, people, keep hitting subscribe. We're literally so close to 400 subs. Literally 12 subs away. If possible, that'd be great. You can get there 400 before the season kicks off on Friday night. But yeah, we are gonna do Premier League predictions in just a moment. Let me see if I can sort of find a table that we can bring up if possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know if I can share a screen. That's the thing. I don't know if I can share a screen. But if I can, I'll make sure of that. But guys, let's do Uefa Super Cup review first. Why not?
Super Cup. Considering that is kicking off in less than 2 hours.
That's literally kicking off in less than 2 hours, exactly. PSG, treble winners, quadruple winners, I should say. Obviously, losing that Club World Cup final to Chelsea in the Super Cup final, obviously because they won the Champions League. First ever European title for PSG, and obviously you got Tottenham on the other hand. Oh my days, we should be the one here. We should be the one playing tonight, not Tottenham.
Oh, wait.
It should be us today, not.
On what merit do you say that? Why do Manchester United deserve to be there ahead of Spurs?
I'm not saying we deserve to be there, but I wish it was. It was like more. I wish it was us. It should be us,
Oh, that's
but
valid.
you know what I mean. Um, but Tottenham, Europa League winners, playing in the Super Cup final versus PSG. Let's talk about it, man. PSG, great squad, great players, isn't it?
Well, Akavin, this is what we've been saying throughout their entire Champions League run. Oh, they've got brilliant players in each and every position. Can they go on and winning Europe? Turns out they did. And even though there does seem to be a bit of unsettling in terms of the squad, with Donnarumma looking to leave and whatnot, they've already signed his replacement. He's already integrated into the team. He's already training with the other players, so he should be up to speed by now. And like you said, Akvin, man to man, they probably do have the best squad in Europe. Whether you look at their goalkeeper, who's leaving, whether you look at their defence or their midfield or their attack, man for man, they're probably better than any other side in Europe and by extension the world. Yes, they had a major setback in the Club World Cup final versus Chelsea, but look what they did to get there. They slapped the biggest club in the world 4-0 in the semi-finals. Granted, Chelsea slapped them 3-0 in the final, but that doesn't mean Chelsea are a better team than them. You know, it's a one-off knockout competition at the end of the day. Yeah, they're still the best side in Europe. They're still the most feared side in Europe. They've finally got that European heritage that Verona
Yeah,
was desperate for.
they had the swagger as well.
And yeah, and their only option now is to just build on that European success. And tonight is the perfect restart, so to speak, as they did lose the Club World Cup against Spurs. On paper, it should be a banker, but as we have often said in this channel, football isn't played on paper. At the end of the
You're
day, you can't predict what's going to happen for sure. But it
100%.
does look likely that PSG are the massive favourites, therefore they will win. You know, and I mean, in comparison, they're up against a team that finished 17th in their league, one spot off for relegation zone. It should be an absolute banker. But at the end of the day, with Tottenham Hotspur, you don't know what's going to happen, do you? You don't know what's going to happen with Spurs. New manager. They look as if they're going to sign a heck of a good squadron of new players, if you know what I mean, with the likes of Savinho and Eze. And I
Yeah,
think they were looking at who were they looking at? I can't remember who else, but they're looking at other players as well. They've done their business very, very slowly this summer, much to the fans' discontent, but they're still getting players in. Thomas Frank, we know he's more organised defensively than Ange Postecoglou. You've only had to watch the Premier League for the last 2 seasons to know that. So PSG may find it a struggle. At the end of the day, it will certainly be interesting, considering the two clubs, where they are at, and what we expect.
yeah. I mean, obviously, like look, PSG, like you mentioned, man for man, they've got a squad against. I think, in my opinion, probably the best in the world. Probably, I actually, it is the best in the world. Like, let's not sugarcoat anything. It is the best in the world. You've got a guy who you signed, who was one of the hottest prospects in world football at the time when he first broke through. The Georgian winger Kubica Kvaratskhelia himself. Like when he
I thought you
broke
were on
through
about
for
Dembele at first.
Dembele is Ballon d'Or worthy this season. He's my pick for the Ballon d'Or. He's got to be.
So
Sure, Ballon d'Or. It has to be him. I don't see a world where he doesn't win it. If he doesn't win it,
I can.
obviously we've seen some controversy in the past, and obviously you know what I'm talking about as well. So I ain't gonna get into that too
Oh, there's
much.
been more than that.
I know, I could tell. There's been a lot more than that. But even then, like I don't think if you just look at previous years, just this year, surely this has to be Dembele's year. Surely you can't not give it to a PSG player. You can't not give it to a PSG player. It has to be. It has to be a PSG player.
Akevin, I said this about Vinicius last year. I said this about Lewandowski in 2020. I said this about Haaland in 2023. You
Yeah,
know, shocks can happen. You don't know what's going to occur, so to speak. To my recollection, I don't think there's been a men's European tournament. So we know how fluctuated that gets in terms of Ballon d'Or votings. But I
yeah,
mean, Dembele does seem like the obvious choice. At the end of the day, he's a quadruple winner. He was arguably their standout player, although all their players put in a massive shift throughout their Champions League journey, throughout their league campaign, and
yeah.
throughout their Coupe de France campaign. So the people's choice does seem to be Dembele, but like I've said before, Rakib, many surprises in the Ballon d'Or, and it's been that way since its inception. So you can't. I wouldn't put money on it. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't put too much money on it. Although he would be my favorite.
But who do you think should really win? It should be Dembele, in my opinion. It should be Dembele. Otherwise, I don't know. Genuinely, I just
Ah,
don't. It's lost his touch.
they might give it to Vitinha because he
Vitinha,
played for Portugal as well,
I think the
who
top
won the
three.
Nations League, which I've just remembered.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Or Nuno Mendes. Don't
That's
forget
it. Yeah.
John Neves too. Like
His
these three.
brilliant Tom Daly impression in the semi-final first leg. I don't forget. But anyway.
I don't. I haven't seen that.
No,
I'll
don't you
see.
remember when like Saka nudged him and he fell straight to the ground and the fucking idiot linesman? Never mind. I'm not talking about it.
No,
But yeah,
look at.
like I
Uh,
was saying, like one of the Portuguese players will probably have a better chance than him at this rate because they also won the Nations League on top of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I hear your point. Obviously, like, cause I know the Nations League is something that you look at as a trophy one. Do I really consider it as a proper trophy? Like I know I talk about trophies in the main name of a sport. Do I really consider it as a proper trophy? No, I don't look at it as a major international trophy because it's a competition you play on the side because you've obviously got the Euros, the World Cup, you've got the Copa America, you've got the Finalissima that they brought in, and that's gonna happen in March as well. So I can't wait for that. Lamine Yamal versus Leo Messi. I can't wait for that. And then you got what's it called? You got the you used to have the Confederations Cup. That was something that we all used to watch before the World Cup. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really consider it as a proper trophy, but at the end of the day, like you've got to look at the Portuguese players. You have to give credit to them. Like they've really stepped it up this year. Like the Portuguese players, Vitinha, John Neves, debutant. John Neves was a debutant as well. Kavicha Kvaratskhelia was a debutant, right, for PSG. Who else do you have? Who else is a debutant? Desiree Doué. Desiree Doué.
oh, he's
Look,
another one.
look at so many good players that PSG have. Like genuinely, and then Vitinha, John Neves, Nuno Mendes, the best left back in the world for me right now, has to be, the best left back in the world right now. Him. So yeah, definitely. So definitely, like fair play to PSG. Genuinely, just fair play to them. This is one of the most dominant seasons I think I've ever seen from a football club in my entire life. Has to be, has to be. Like
Well,
I know that
5-0 in a Champions League final.
I know they
It
lost the
takes
Super
it takes some topping.
Cup. They lost the Club World Cup, but don't forget they've got the UEFA Super Cup tonight. They've got the French Super Cup next year. They've also got the what's it called? What's that cup again?
Inter no,
It's Continental Cup.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So PSG are in all these finals because of that Champions League win. Only because of that Champions League win. Forget the Club World Cup. That was because they had to pick one team from per country. You know what I'm trying to say? They had to pick one team per country. So fair play. And PSG did the right way. They did the right way. They've not cheated. They've done what's required in the main aim of an elite level sport. They've literally done what the main aim of elite level sport is to go and win everything that they have not won before. So big up PSG, big up PSG, and this PSG model that everyone should look at. I'm talking about the academy, bro. I can't lie. Big up to um, Nasser Al Khalifi and the PSG board for really building a proper fucking project that actually helped PSG become, for me, favorites for next year's Champions League. Even him, I'm thinking, genuinely, they are favorites for next year's Champions League. Just look at the way they play. They look unstoppable. They genuinely look unstoppable. And Luis Enrique, what a manager as well. Genuinely, what a manager. Like it's hard to even take away what he's done in his career. Like it's so hard to genuinely just look at Luis Enrique as an average manager, as what a lot of top people on Twitter would do. He's not an average manager because he's not managing in the Premier League. He's not an average manager. He's a
You
top
don't
draw.
win 2 European Cups if you're an average manager.
Exactly, and he's so underrated. He's massively underrated as a head coach. I think he's up there. Not in terms of greatest of all time, but in the world, he's definitely like top three right now. At
That
best,
shadow of that.
best top three. Because up until I still think Pep's the better manager. Maybe Ancelotti. I'm not so sure. But still, even then, like Luis Enrique, man, took PSG to the quad. Big up to him. Yeah. And he did it for his daughter as well. So hopefully tonight he wins another trophy. You and I are both rooting for PSG tonight. I'm
Well, that's obvious as an Arsenal fan. I won't be. I don't want Spurs to do anything.
Nah,
But
neither do I.
obviously, Manchester United allowed that to happen. So,
It's all good.
But well, I mean, we gave Liverpool their 20th, so yeah, eye for an eye. But
I don't think
yeah,
you
I
gave
agree with.
good enough.
Yeah, I know we weren't good enough, but you know what I was getting at because we conceded the title and
Yeah.
you conceded the Europe. Yeah, but Akvin, what you said there, I mean, that was a beautiful summary of PSG. Obviously, they spent a fuck ton to get there. The
Mm.
GDP of a small African country, for example, and there is sports washing involved. There's no doubt about that. But one thing we always give PSG credit for, or this version of PSG at least, is the fact that they're not going the Galactico route. They
Yeah.
signed players with a point to prove. They signed players that wanted to do well for the club and for the badge that they wear,
Yep.
and they did. And they did the club proud in the best possible way.
In my
None of
opinion,
this Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe bullshit. Just
yeah.
players willing to track back when it matters most, willing to put in the hard graft when times are tough, and they
Mm.
got the ultimate rewards for it.
Sorry to cut in, yeah, but don't forget also, they're creating Galacticos of their own right now. Just look at the players.
Exactly.
Just look at the players they have. Almost every single player in that PSG team, in my opinion, is already world class. Already world class. Desiree Doué, world class in my opinion. Vitinha, world class. John Neves, already for me, world class. Yes, they have to prove it consistently, but I reckon they can do that, no problem. No problem. Nuno Mendes, world class left back. Hakimi, world class right back. Definitely, PSG have got world class all over the pitch. It's hard to even look at that right now and say, yeah, nah, this guy is not better than this. Nah. PSG have already built a Galacticos of their own by signing young players, unproven players, but got the best out of them whilst they were there. And look at the players of even Dembele is now world class. Even Dembele is now back to world class because when he was at Barca, he had these injury issues. He just hardly stayed fit. But you see the quality of Dembele when he's 100% fit. He completely he's a top player. Yes, he had to change positioning and play up front, but it's hard to even discredit that the comeback of of
His
Ousmane Dembele,
career.
his career, because it was going downhill with all the injuries he was picking up and all the setbacks he's had. Fair play to him, you know. If any, look, all these footballers nowadays, yeah, they're lazy. You know, they don't work hard enough. Look at Dembele. This guy's
Look at
approaching
the entire squad.
30 years old. Sorry, are you saying?
Look at the entire squad. That's what I was on
Yeah.
about with Kvaratskhelia and Doué and whatnot.
Mm,
Regardless of their immense talent, regardless of their attacking prowess, first thing
yep.
they do once PSG lose the ball, They fucking hound the opposition to get it back. That is desire that you cannot coach. That is expert scouting, expert transfer business from PSG there. Because, like I said earlier, Galacticos, sense of entitlement, you have an ego there that you need to sort out. And most of the time, they won't bother tracking back. They won't
Yeah.
bother going past the halfway line to do the hard graft. These players do, which is why they were so pivotal in their successes. I remember, I think PSG were 4-0 up or even 5-0 up in the Champions League final. And guess what
5-0.
Kvaratskhelia did? Still sprinted back to stop Dumfries from progressing with the ball. Like, you can't really coach that. That's embedded into someone's psychology just as much as it is their training.
Much they want
And
it.
PSG have identified it perfectly in their transfers.
Look, in my opinion, I don't think the hunger will be the same as this year, but PSG is still the best team for me.
Well,
Like,
that's psychological. That's why I consider Pep the greatest of all time, because the fact that he can keep players so motivated for such a long period of time after they've already touched unparalleled levels of success is
as well,
just insane.
that's what Fergie did as well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
remember after the cup final loss with Aberdeen, do you remember he was saying it was a disgrace?
No, he won that cup
No,
final with Aberdeen.
he won it, but he even said it was a disgrace. That's my bad. I mean, he won,
Yeah,
and
he
then
said it was a disgrace, upholding the standards.
exactly, and that's someone you'll never find ever again. Criticizing a team even if they've won, like, bro, the
You,
standard now is so dead compared to
that
what it
was
was.
mainly because they kicked him out for having a Catholic wife, which is why he wanted to beat Rangers so badly in that final. And I think they only won 1-0 and they played quite poorly.
And then
But
they beat Madrid in a European final as well.
exactly. The last Scottish team that wasn't Celtic or Rangers to win the Scottish Premiership as well.
Yeah,
Sir Alex Ferguson's Aberdeen.
Sir Alex Ferguson, bro. He came
But
from
this is
DC.
what I mean. This is what you see. Like, even Ancelotti, for example, never retains a title, no matter what mega bucks clubs that he manages. The likes of Pep Guardiola, the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson, and you can probably name a few more that I've forgotten off the top of my head. The
Ancelotti.
fact that you can constantly keep these players so hungry after winning so much. I mean, you have to be a special type of character. You have to be a special type of man. You have to be a special type of coach. You have to be a special type of person in order to get that out of your players.
100%.
And if Enrique can do that this season, without a doubt, he has to be considered to be up there, as you were pointing out earlier.
No, you're right, bro. You're right. And fair play to them for building such a
Give me 1 minute.
a project. And yeah, big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to you, Sankit. Hope you're well, my bro. Hope you're well, man. My top six: City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Aston Villa. We'll do our predictions in a bit, bro. We'll do our predictions in a bit. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, Rajat. Big up to my bro. Hope you're well, man. Flick is better than Lucho. Debatable. I just think Lucho doesn't get the credit he deserves. I just think he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I think, look, Hansi Flick's a great manager, and what he's done with Barcelona this year to take them back to league title winners, fair play to him in his first year as well. But I just think right now, I'm sorry, it's hard to argue against Luis Enrique, because Luis Enrique also won Barcelona the treble. Let's not forget that, right? So
10 years
fair play.
before.
Yeah, exactly. 10 years ago as well, and he won the treble again 10 years later with PSG. So fair play to him. He did his good work. People discredit Zidane and Enrique because they think they have the best players. Yeah, that's a good point you make there, because they always think, oh, we already has the best players. With Zidane, I don't think that was his team. I'm gonna say it straightforward. I don't think that was his team. I think it was Carlo Ancelotti's team that he built before he left Real Madrid. Before he got sacked from Real Madrid, that was his team that he built. So I don't think that was Zidane's team. Zidane was just the guy that you needed motivation because he's a Real Madrid legend. When you have a Real Madrid legend sat on the manager's seat, yeah, you need to win. You know you have to win. He always demands the best. That's what Real
To
Madrid's DNA.
expand on, to expand on that point, obviously the best way to win in sport is not to necessarily have the best players, but to have the best team. See, that's what I was saying with Galacticos earlier. On paper, you have the best players. You have your Messis and your Neymars and your Mbappes that PSG had, but they weren't a team.
They weren't a
This
team.
PSG side is a team. Sanket hits it right on the head. I don't understand why people discredit Zidane so much. Yes, he has special players, but he helped them work in the team. And I understand your point. Like throughout their three-peat, the squad didn't
He,
change at all. That was very
like,
much Ancelotti's squad that he left beforehand.
he got the
But
best out.
like if you win 3 European Cups in a row, you're a GOAT manager, surely by default. Surely by
One,
default.
one off.
Yeah, one of the GOAT managers, I should say. Like, I mean, you can't possibly discredit that. That's stupid. I don't
Mm.
care if you have prime CR7 on the left wing. I don't care if you have BBC up front. I don't care if you have Modric, Casemiro, and Cruz in midfield. At the end of the day, you need the right coach to get them on side and to help them progress to glory. You know,
100%, bro.
and the fact that people discredit Zidane purely because he had good players is ridiculous. It's
I
sorry for my language, but it's retarded.
honestly, don't
Like
worry.
genuinely, like I
I
don't
say
understand how you could possibly say that.
I let you say the C word, bro. Don't worry about it. I let you
Yeah,
say the
good
C.
point.
But the thing is, like, I agree with you on that point. I'm not trying to give credit to Zidane like that for building the team, but for getting the best out of it. Because to fix the mess that Rafa Benitez left behind, and to get the best out of Real Madrid when they sort of how would you say this, when they won the the Champions League in 2014, but dropped in 2015, 2016. Then again, won it with Zidane. Give credit to him for that one, but I wouldn't give credit to him for building the team because he didn't actually build the team. He just came in mid-season and just took over from
Well,
the
after
drop.
Rafa Benitez, you need a manager that gets the players on side. And if you win 3 European
He was
Cups in a row, I think it's safe to say that you got the players on side. You know what I mean?
he was awful for Real Madrid, man. I remember, bro. He literally played ineligible players in a cup in a game where they were cup tied, and Real Madrid got knocked out of the Copa del Rey.
Isn't that Didn't they get expelled from the
Yeah,
2015-16
they won
one? Yeah,
won the game and they got expelled because they played ineligible players in that game. They won like 4-1 or something. And they got knocked out because of the cup tied players that played. And Rafa
Rafa
Benitez,
Benitez masterclass. I thought that happened the season earlier.
no, it was 15-16. It was the
Okay.
year Rafa joined, and then he got sacked because Real Madrid knew he wasn't the right man for the job.
They lost 4-0 at home to Barca as well. Although that's
Yeah,
become a bit of a common scoreline over the years.
that was the day he got sacked.
Ah, good Real Madrid history lesson right there. I may be
Nah,
called the Prem Tars, but Ackerman backs me up with Real Madrid knowledge as well.
now you're spot on with your knowledge, bro. But managing egos is next level thing. It's true,
Exactly.
true, true. You have to manage egos as well. Like at United, Ole couldn't manage Ronaldo, Pogba, Varane, Sancho. He couldn't manage all these guys, so he didn't deserve to be in a job. Ten Hag could manage the egos. He didn't deserve to be in a job. If you cannot manage the biggest egos, you cannot be in a job at a big club. It's plain and simple. You need to be able to manage the biggest egos and you need to hold them to an account, hold them to a standard. Otherwise, you're not worthy of managing
Because
them.
if you can't handle egos, either you get sacked, like Ole and Ten Hag were, or you banish the egos, like Arteta did, for no
Yeah,
result.
hundred
So
percent.
either way, it's a poison chalice. If you can't manage egos, to what extent are you a good man manager? And by extension of that, a football manager? I don't know.
Exactly, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't deserve to be here. That's the case. Jupp Heynckes, to be honest, is an underrated coach. It was a
Yeah.
great. He was a great manager. He won the treble in his last ever season.
I don't know how
In
we fumbled the Champions League final 2012, and I won't forgive him for that.
his own backyard.
Actually, no, that was Iron Robin actually that sold that to his former club.
No, Petr Cech made a great save. Made a great save.
Yeah,
Hard
couldn't
to
do that for Arsenal, could he?
so, but to be fair with you, like it was in their back. I think he should have been like I'm sure Bayern fans were rioting on the streets that day after that loss. I'm sure that was because I didn't watch the game. I woke up to the news that Chelsea won the Champions League. PSG and Barca are favorites to win the UCL this year, I would probably agree.
No.
It-
Well, obviously,
It's
Real
hard.
Madrid are always going to be there,
I
and
don't know.
Liverpool look strengthened as
I
well.
don't know if Xabi Alonso is going to get the best out of Real Madrid. That's the thing, because what if they sack him mid-season and say, "Oh, we're gonna bring in a new manager." At the end of the day, you need to. At the end of the day, Real Madrid needs to get back to winning Champions League. Otherwise, you're gone. Real
This is
Madrid,
it.
if you you win or bust. Sorry,
At the
go.
end of the day, sackings exist for a reason. If Alonso isn't performing, you can guarantee that he'll be out of the door by October, November time. I don't think Real Madrid have any problem with that. It's not as if they're going down the projects route. You know, if Alonso's not doing well by October, November, they'll get rid of him
Yeah.
for a serial winner. And let's be fair, Alonso has won before, so he's got pedigree. But if he can't do it, they'll get someone in that can. And at the end of the day, this is Real Madrid we're talking about. They're always going to be in the conversation for European glory. So I'd add them in there as well. And
Mm.
like we've discussed earlier, Liverpool obviously strengthening as well. They've got European heritage, and they've got a lot of money as well. So we've seen this summer window. They're going to be in the conversation as well. So I reckon alongside PSG and Barcelona, you've also got Liverpool and Real Madrid there. And like I keep saying on here, you can't just disregard Pep Guardiola either. So it looks like an exciting season
No, it is.
in terms of Champions League anyway.
They've got Gonzalo Garcia. Obviously, Mbappe is the top scorer. Vinny Jr. Maybe if he can have a bit of a resurgent season, if they can keep hold of Rodrigo, I don't think they'll keep hold of him. But if they can, what else do they have? Dean Howson they just signed. They signed Alvaro Fernandez. They signed Trent. I just remember they signed Trent. Valverde, Jude Bellingham. But Real Madrid have a squad. If Real Madrid can maintain the level or not maintain the level, if they can improve the level from last season, I reckon they can be up there challenging for sure. I think Real Madrid, I think Liverpool are up there as well in terms of Champions League favorites. Don't forget Liverpool are up there as well. I think Liverpool have a good chance, depending on how they can balance their squad in between Champions Leagues and Premier League. Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG. My top 4 favorites to win the Champions League this year. That's mine. But Xabi, that guy may have developed some great youth such as Pedri. Maybe put Gabi on that. Lamine Yamal was not that good average coach.
This is it. Xabi won a league title with Barcelona, and he's considered average. You know, this is the standard that certain clubs operate at. And I, for one, can only marvel at their standards and their desire to win. You know what I mean?
Big up to my guy Gio. Big up to the Juve Cornercast. Make sure you guys go sub to Juve Cornercast as well, people. If you haven't done so already, go sub to his channel. Big up to Juve Cornercast every single time. Also big up to my guy right here. But Xabi, oh no, I already read this one. My bad. Read this one already. You think other managers don't criticize the team when they win? No, not in the modern day. Not in today's day. Hardly. They're more praising the players for winning the game rather than criticizing the performance.
Well, this is it, Kevin. They'll say that to the press, but you don't know what goes on in the dressing room.
True.
In the changing room. So
that's the point.
But obviously, in terms of managing the press and creating positivity, so to speak, through your media outlets, you're going to put on a more positive face, especially if you do win.
Yeah, you must win, otherwise players might say goodbye. Whether your earphones are making noise now. No worries though. This year we are not favorites. There are still some defensive issues. Paris gambling by relying on Alaba, Militao. We are one injury from the center back area. We also doomed in this season. I would never write off Real Madrid. It's hard to write off Real Madrid. Real Madrid always find a way. That's the elite level football club they are. They always find a way. They were 1-0 down against Bayern. They found a way. They were down against Man City. They found a way. They were underdogs against Liverpool. Not underdogs, but They were under the cosh. Let's say they were under the cosh against Liverpool. They found a way. Real Madrid always find a way. That's why they're the greatest club in the history of football. It's hard to debate against that. They won 15 Champions Leagues for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard to write off Real Madrid, man. I wouldn't write off your own, bro. Sorry, go on, bro.
Wasn't it only 2 years ago, or less
Yeah,
than 2 years ago, where Real Madrid, I think two out of the four of their defensive line, 50% of their defensive line were out with ACL injuries, and they still managed to win the Champions League.
no, I think maybe
I
Militao
think
was
wasn't it Militao out, and
Militao. Alaba
I
was
might be
out. I think
thinking Carvajal into the next season. I don't know,
no,
but
Carvajal was
like,
out the next season.
yeah, but Real Madrid adapt, and like you said, Akavin, that's why they're the biggest winners that Europe's ever seen and ever will see, most likely.
Exactly, bro. Paris still not signing a Cruz replacement. That's a good point as well, though. To be fair, they haven't replaced Tony Cruz,
I
and
found
that's
Real Madrid's transfer window quite underwhelming, to be honest.
and Modric too. They need to replace Modric now. They haven't replaced him properly because Modric is gone, Cruz is gone. Their two best midfielders in recent time is gone, so they need to replace him. Sorry, bro. Continue.
No, I was just going to say, I think Real Madrid's transfer window has been a little underwhelming. Obviously, they've signed Trent and whatnot, but I was expecting more Galactico signing, so to speak, after such a disappointing season. They finished second, knocked out of the Champions League 5-1 in aggregate against the biggest club in London. Um, Lost the Copa del Rey final. To be honest, in terms of signing players, I was expecting a much stronger reaction. But Real Madrid fans might be able to educate me. I don't know. I don't keep up with their business too well. But I just can't look over the fact. I mean, I know Howson plays well for Bournemouth last year, but a Bournemouth centre back, how often do Real Madrid really take punts like that? I see that as a bit of a risk.
I think
I
it's because
think they were after Mosquera as well.
it's the
They were
Spanish.
hoping to sign him on a free contract agreement.
I think it's because the Spanish tax. That's why they went for Dean Howson. It's the Spanish tax thing that Real Madrid that the Real Madrid wanted to probably follow. It's hard.
Homegrown. Do they have
Yeah,
that in Spain?
I think maybe Real Madrid were lacking a homegrown player. Maybe they brought in like Dean Howson. Fair enough, he's a good player. I think he's a really good player. Dean Howson, Spanish, young, can fit into that center back role well, can play the ball well. So I think it's a good signing. Zizou got the best out of that. Put in Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, and Karim Benzema. That was a crazy stacked team, especially front three. Exactly, that front three was immense. Was insane. And I don't think it'll be replicated ever again. Even Mbappe, Vini cannot replicate that. Sorry, it's just never going to happen. Pedri was brought in when Coleman was a manager. Coleman at least brought in some good young players. That was only positive about Coleman. I think did he win the league? He won the league. He won Barca League, didn't he? He won Barca
No,
League
yeah,
as well.
I think he won with Copa del Rey. I mean, Monkey might educate me on that, but I think he at least won the Copa del Rey with Barcelona. If not, then I mean, yeah, he deserves to get sacked anyway.
Mm. I mean, he in Europe. I think he wasn't. He just wasn't good enough in Europe. I think in recent times, Barca in Europe they've just not clicked for some reason. They've not clicked. So
Well, they've massively underperformed for the club they are.
they have.
I
They
mean,
have.
tell the average football fan in 2015 that Barcelona would have to wait until 2026 to try and end the Champions League drought. You wouldn't have believed it. Especially with MSN up top. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. MSN, we all know how good they were, and they could only deliver one. It shows how hard winning the Champions League is. So the fact that Zidane won it 3 times in a row, that just adds more praise on his part, I should say, on how good he is as a manager.
Yeah, big up Zidane, man. Honestly, like he really, really got the best out of that team. He really got the best out of that team.
And I feel a big part as to why he got the egos on side, and as to why he got the best out of the Real Madrid team, was because he was fucking Zinedine Zidane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he couldn't. Literally, he couldn't give a shit who was what. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
He straightforward, win or goodbye.
Yeah,
Bale.
I mean, he's a legendary player,
Yeah,
legendary moments in the game, and even
he's
him as a person, you see him in certain clips, like in the dressing room.
he's the most cool, calm, and collected person you've ever laid eyes on. So it's no wonder the likes of Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, Cruz, Casemiro, Sergio Ramos, all these
Oh,
egos were willing to listen to him. We're willing to die for the cause. We're willing to bleed for the badge on the shirt. You know.
100%. I mean, also you also have that winning mentality that they have. Because you play for Real Madrid, you need to have that mentality. Otherwise, you ain't fit to play for Real Madrid. Bale barely played under Zidane, but he did
Not in the
score.
last, no, not in 17-18, but I think he did feature prominently in the previous 2 years where he won
Also,
the European Cup.
you think Zidane's the GOAT midfielder ever?
No,
No.
Zinedine Zidane. This is the funny thing about Zidane because if he was playing today, a lot of people would be criticizing his lack of goal contributions. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
do feel they go a long way. Obviously, they're not the be all and end all, and we've discussed that. But it does, paint a good picture as to how influential they were. And at the end of the day, Zidane was extremely influential for Real Madrid. But I think
Yeah.
he only won 2 league titles in about 6 years.
He's won them no, not 4 Champions Leagues. My bad. He won them 3 Champions Leagues, 2 league titles, and that's it. I didn't really win anything else. Copa del Rey didn't win that. They could have, bro. They could have. If Real Madrid had won against Celta Vigo in 2 legs, possibly, bro, they could have won that Copa del Rey. I know it happened final, but listen, that would have been Real Madrid's first ever treble, which is crazy to even think about. A club like Real Madrid, the success they don't have a treble, which is mad. But to be fair,
Insane.
they're full of Champions Leagues, so it's hard to even argue against that. Although Gareth Bale, to this comment, Gareth Bale scored arguably the best goal in Champions League final history. Arguably one of the best goals in Champions League final history.
In front of a manager that also scored arguably the greatest goal in Champions League final history.
Yep. Spot on. Isco was starting more games. Isco was a baller, man. Isco was the touch of class. Like he's so techie as well. Like he's so composed on the ball. Isco. You love to watch Isco, don't you?
Well, I don't watch him that much apart from Real Madrid Champions League nights, but it was more than a decent enough player.
Yeah.
And I think he didn't he pretty much carried Betis to the Conference League final last season, if I'm
Yeah,
not
he
wrong.
did. I
Yeah.
think he assisted, if I'm not mistaken. I think he assisted, if I'm not mistaken.
Unfortunately, Chelsea won it in the end, but he deserved more.
Messi didn't start that game. Which game? Which game are you talking about? Messi
Is
didn't
that the
start that game.
4-0 Benitez defeat?
Oh yeah. He didn't even play that game. Messi didn't even play that Barca Real Madrid game when they lost
I,
4. Yeah, he did. It was Suarez.
I
And
remember
Neymar.
when Lopetegui was Real Madrid manager. Messi didn't even play, and Barcelona still won 5-0.
Still
It's
slapped
crazy.
Real Madrid. Exactly. Bale did play a lot with manager Zidane. Yeah, I know he did, but not as much as you think.
17-18, I think it was beginning to get phased out, and
Yeah,
obviously that started getting worse and worse until he went on loan to Spurs.
that was the end of the Real Madrid Galacticos that they built. You know what I mean? Napoli's dark horses this year. I wouldn't. What do you think of this? Napoli dark horses in terms of Champions League? I don't think. I don't think
Well, to
so.
be honest, I think Italian. I mean, since Mourinho won the treble in 2010, Italian teams have severely underperformed in Europe, and I don't see how that's going to change this year. I know. I mean, Antonio Conte. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think he's really performed well in Europe at all, anywhere he's been at. So, I mean, if Napoli do
In?
get to the
We talk,
late knockout stages, yeah, it's a dark horse story.
we talking about again? Antonio Conte?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never won. I think he's never won Europe. He's never won
No, not
Champions
even not winning in Europe. I think his teams have performed poorly in Europe. But obviously,
League.
the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he did anything with Juventus.
No,
Chelsea.
he
The
will not.
best he got was the round of 16.
He's not
Um,
won a league. Him and Inzaghi never won a Champions League. Although I'm sure Conte has made a Champions League final before. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's made one
no,
before. But
No, I don't think he has.
Inzaghi lost 2 Champions League finals in a row, man, and didn't even score a goal in a single final.
Well, 2023, Inzaghi was unlucky, but 2025, that was an embarrassment. I can see why he fucked off to Saudi afterwards. We didn't even mention Bayern, did we?
Bayern, yeah, I mean they.
I mean, like I said with Liverpool, that the same applies to Bayern. European heritage, they'll always be there and thereabouts.
No, true. Bayern do have 6 Champions Leagues along with Liverpool. I think they do have their head right. But do I think Bayern the favorites? I wouldn't say Bayern the favorites. No, but they're up there. But they're up there in terms of like dark. I think dark horses are maybe they could be dark horses. Who knows?
I trust them over a lot of other clubs that are competing in the Champions League this year.
True. Do you trust them more than Man City?
Honestly, probably not. I think Pep Guardiola, I mean, he stayed at Man City so long,
it's a new squad,
I
though.
don't know.
It's a new squad, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know what possessed them to spend that much on Luis Diaz. So, I don't know.
If Liverpool get Isak, for me, Liverpool also favorites win the Champions League. That could be a thing. Liverpool up there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They get
Unless they face Real Madrid, yeah, they'll be favourites. You know?
Didn't they get fleeced from Pool and Diaz? They got 70, 75 million. Yeah, they did. They got fleeced by Liverpool. Yeah, 70, 75 million.
I cannot believe Luis Diaz is sold for that much.
Yeah, Liverpool. There's definitely some money laundering behind the scenes. I don't know what there is. There's definitely some money laundering behind the scenes, bro. Will Manchester United get Baleba this year or not? I hope so, bro. We need to get Baleba. Apparently, there was news about Ruben Amorim and the intense board meeting that he had. That was very demanding about it. He needs Baleba, bro. If we don't get Baleba this year, we ain't gonna get him, because bro, no other club. We ain't gonna beat other club to the signing of Baleba. We're not going to beat Liverpool to sign Baleba. We're not going to beat City to sign Baleba. We ain't going to beat anyone else to sign Baleba. So I don't see why we don't go for him now. 104 million? Pay it. Get him in now. So next year we don't have to go in the dogfight with other clubs to buy him. You know what I mean? But that's how Alaba, Courtois.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, these 3 had ACL injuries, and Real Madrid yet still won the Champions League.
A lot of that thanks to them winning the penalty shootout against City. But at the end of the day, you've got to do it. I mean, whoever won that would have won the Champions League, I think.
They defended well
in
against
2024.
They defended well. And also, I remember that day, bro. I was celebrating when City lost to Real Madrid at home, and City fans kept on saying online, "We didn't lose the game." Well, what's that then? You didn't go
through to Barker, wasn't it? Like, oh, his unbeaten run is still going. No, he lost his game. I was with that because Arsenal got knocked out by Bayern the same night. But,
yeah. Do you know what it is, bro? Because Man City fans wanted to say, "Oh, but we still have the record, we still have the run because we didn't lose the game." You did. You lost to Real Madrid. It counts. It's a loss. So drink it in. But Atletico's windows on another level. Yeah, they signed Alex Baena. They also signed what's his name again? Hanko from Feyenoord. Bro, they've signed some good players, man. Atletico, I can't lie. One player breaking out from La Fabrega's name is Thiago Charge. Real Madrid. Real Madrid management see him like beating his type player and Xavi rates him highly. Well, Real Madrid need to be fast because the season's literally fast approaching. They need to be quick. You know what I mean? He won Copa del Rey.
Yeah. Koeman, that is, I think.
Koeman. Okay. Big up to Lumen. Hope you're well, bro. Big up my guy. MS said one more domestically. BBC one more UCL. Yeah, that's true. What did Manchester United get the Coca-Cola sponsorship this year? Yeah, we did. We actually got the Coca-Cola sponsorship, man. Damn.
Isn't Coca-Cola one of the biggest sponsors in the world?
Straight into the rat's pockets. No, but Coke, to be fair with you, it is a big sponsor. It's a massive sponsor.
It's one of the biggest sponsors in the world.
Yeah, so
I think they even had their own navy at one point. That might be an urban myth.
As in what again? Sorry.
I think Coca-Cola had their own navy at one point. That might be a myth, but
Not
yeah,
sure.
there's a lot of documents about that.
Who's more bigger trader, Robin van Persie, Alvaro Morata, or Carlos Tevez?
Carlos Tevez. Can I just say, Robin van Persie, well
Was
within his right
he
to
was forced?
move.
He was forced out.
Well, not Robin van Persie, really. Listen, at the end of the day, he stayed at Arsenal for 2005 to 2012, 7 years.
7
Only
years.
won an FA Cup. He was wasting his time. He was by far the best striker in the Premier League.
It's a shame he
And
didn't join.
listen, I hate the fact that he chose Manchester United and he went to an English club instead of abroad. But at the end of the day, if you spend that long in England, you're going to want to win the English league and put it on your CV. And he
Yep.
went to United, and unfortunately, he did that. So Van Persie, I have no problems with. I think a lot of Arsenal fans are coming round to the fact that Van Persie was well within his right to question the club's ambition and subsequently leave.
And Alvaro Morata.
Alvaro Morata, that's more of a money laundering scheme more than anything. It's definitely Carlos Tevez. You know, when once Sir Alex Ferguson sadly passes away, that picture of Tevez holding up the Rip Fergie sign is going to go viral as
I know.
anything. That's going to be well sad. And he's going to regret that, and he'll probably issue an apology for that because it is disgusting what he did in 2012.
It is. I can't, and I can't forgive him for that. Honestly, I love this guy. He deserves more appreciation. Yeah, bro, he does. He deserves more appreciation. In fact, he's a baller. Messi came on in the 58th, 59th minute against. Oh yeah, the 4-0 defeat. I remember Messi came off the bench. He didn't start. My bad. That's what I meant. Conte has never been in the final, let alone the semi-final.
Yeah, he's performed poorly in Europe, so Napoli being dark horses, I don't
Yeah.
see personally. But hey, I'm more than welcome for an Italian team to win the UCL because they haven't won the UCL in it's going to be 16 years this year. So
Probably. Put it on hold because I want Milan to get back into the Champions League. Then they can go in it. That's what I want. I want Milan to win it. Bayern don't have a winger. They needed a left wing back badly. Yeah, they did.
that's what Diaz is for, isn't it?
They left winger badly. They did, but that's what they brought Diaz for. And they're selling Coleman to Al Nassr. They're selling Gnabry. I think they're gonna let go. I think they're gonna let go of What else are they gonna let go of? Sane's gone, so they need replacements. Mark my words, Atletico still don't win anything this year. I think it's time for Atletico management to move to Simeone. Nah.
Well, I feel like Simeone is the highest paid manager in Europe. I feel he is. Well, I think you have to take the size of Atletico Madrid into account here because they aren't a very big club, especially in comparison to the two major Spanish clubs. And he has still won them 2 league titles. And he was a 93rd minute equaliser and a Griezmann penalty away from having 2 European Cups to his name. So he does deserve credit, and he's won a few Europa Leagues along the way. But yeah, he probably, I mean, he has spent a lot as well. He probably should have won more, in all honesty. Or like at least add one more league title to his CV.
He's the most successful manager ever. He's one of the longest serving He's one of the longest serving managers out there right now in the world because obviously you got like people like, not Carlo Ancelotti. He's Atletico Madrid's longest serving manager and one of the most longest serving managers out there because Pep's been there like what for almost 10 years.
I think Simeone's been there since 2011, 2012, if I'm not wrong.
Klopp was there for 9 years, 10 years around. So yeah, at least around that. Sorry, what were you saying, bro? Continue.
No, I was just saying. I think Simeone has been Atletico Madrid's manager since 2012. So in terms of the top 5 European leagues, I think he is the longest serving manager. Not much more to say on that.
Ceballos from 25 million. Ceballos is a good player, but don't leave Real Madrid. Simeone took them from a shit team to compete with Barca and Real Madrid. Exactly. I remember that 2014 final day of the season. Barca versus Atletico 1-1. I remember that game. Atletico won the league at Barca. Barca, Diego Godin header. I think was it Godinho? I think it was Godinho, wasn't it?
I
Godinho
think
that
it was good. Yeah.
headed the winning goal for Atletico.
You're tired.
Man, I play football, bro. That's why. But I'm good,
Fair
bro.
play.
I'm good. But you're right though. Simeone was good. Simeone is a top manager. He's won. He took them to 2 Champions League finals against Real Madrid.
That's what I said. If not for a 93rd minute equaliser and a Griezmann missed penalty, he'd have 2 European Cups to his name. Genuinely.
Uh, Listen, I'm glad
And
that
don't forget, those 2 European Cups would take 2 away from Real
I'm,
Madrid's total tally.
I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad that didn't
Rasta.
happen. Big up to Rasta. Big up to my guy Rasta Stuffs. Wish you guys sub to Rasta every single time. Sub to him, bro. Sub to him, people. And big up to Vigilante as well. This is the one I was talking about right here. He's gonna join us tomorrow. Vigilante will join us tomorrow on
Arsenal fan, I hear. Good man.
yes,
I need some
yes,
backup on this.
yes, he's a fan. Purely Arteta out as well.
Good man.
100% Carlos Tevez. That right? Yeah, facts, bro. Bro, when he left to Man City, I was like, what the actual fuck are you doing?
No,
Genuinely.
genuinely, yeah, because you had just won the league. You had just
Yeah.
won the League Cup. You lost the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and you got to the Champions League final.
Yeah.
It's not as if Manchester United were in a weak position like Arsenal were with Van Persie. You were on top of the world, and he still decided to leave for your local rivals. That is treacherous. And the fact that he played such a pivotal role in taking the title away from you in 2012, I mean, that's crazy. Genuinely crazy.
It's more Man United fault than Tevez. Right, Tevez. Sorry. No, I don't know. I think it's both. They didn't agree to a new contract, and that's an issue. That's where I draw the line. Like, if you don't agree to something, then what good do you have being here?
I think a big part of it was that because Man United signed Berbatov, Tevez didn't get as many minutes, and I think he felt quite insecure about that. I think that was well documented around the time.
If
And
we kept,
therefore he was unhappy with Ferguson for not giving him as much playing time.
I reckon if we kept Tevez, we could have won the league that year, in 2009, 2010. I reckon we could have won.
Well, yeah, if you kept Ronaldo, or if you kept Tevez, or if you kept both, you would have 7-peated the league,
Exactly.
But thank fuck that didn't happen. So, cheers.
I wish, man. I wish Tevez is a rat. Will always be a rat. Facts. Gnabry is staying. Okay, fair enough. I feel like Bayern just want to get Nick Walter-Made and maybe Christopher Nkunku. Yeah, I think Bayern
I'll be
really
back
need.
in a minute or two.
No worries, bro. No worries. I think they need a midfielder. I think they also need another. I think they need an attacking midfielder. I think they need a backup striker for Harry Kane. I'll be honest with you. Unless they want to sell Harry Kane, that could be a thing. But maybe he won 2 La Liga. Which one? Who won 2 La Liga again? But football don't work on if and but. Yeah, good point. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. 13 Champions League trophies is still quite crazy. It is. That 15, Real Madrid 15, not 13, 15 Champions League trophies. So big up to Real Madrid, man. Honestly, that is just unreal. Unreal statistics, unreal numbers. One request from Arsenal fans: please trust the process. I don't know, but one day you'll win Premier League and Champions League. Nah, don't see it happening. Don't see it happening. Let's get to the comments real quick. Not true that. Smash the likes, people. Yes, people, smash the likes. Let's get a 15 likes, people. Let's get a 15 likes. Let's get to 400 subs, guys. We're literally 12 subs away from 400. If you guys could keep on subbing, that'd be fantastic, guys. So come on, keep subbing to the channel. Rasta, remember Arteta and his. Now you guys are hilarious. I can't lie. But hold on. Let me have a look and see if I'm missing anything. But I'll be right back in a minute, people. I'll be right back in a minute. Keep commenting and keep liking the video and subbing. Come on. I'm back, people. 100% also like the video. Yes, people, keep liking the video.
Sorry about that brief pause, lads.
No worries. Bye, everyone. Always great to talk with you. No worries, bro. No worries. Take care, man. Take care. Go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep. 100% agree with you. Vigilance here. Liverpool, the league. It's what it is. By the way, Norwich City are taking on Bristol, I think.
Oh, lovely. Is that at Carrow Road or at
Oxford
home?
versus Brighton. Millwall Coventry. Oof. That's a local rivalry, isn't it? 20. Please tell me. Wolves. I'm trying to close.
Millwall Coventry isn't really a rivalry. Coventry aren't in London. But it'll still be a feisty game. Millwall are involved.
Wolves, West Ham, all Premier League tie. Wolves against West Ham, all Premier League ties. We're just reacting to the Carabao Cup second round draw right now, people. Swansea City. Please tell me. 15. Plymouth. Swansea, Plymouth. Please tell me we get a home tie or away. Bromley. Oof. Bromley.
Oh, you're hoping for them, aren't you?
I don't care who we get. I want Leeds. Bro, in the first round. I want to send them packing. Wickham.
Ooh.
Bromley.
I'll be sure to tune into that one.
Number 8. Cardiff. Ooh, okay. Cardiff versus 22. Cheltenham or Exeter. Okay. So still yet to play the tie because of tonight. It's prior to tonight's game. 7. Cambridge versus number 9. Charlton. Oof. All right. Cambridge, Charlton.
Massive one. That's
an old school, isn't it? Old school. Wait, hold on a minute. Wait. Have they drawn Man United? Yeah, I've not seen that.
Who've United's got?
Oh, that's the South selection. My bad. That's the South selection. Okay. Round 2 draw. South selection. My bad.
Stuff me. They don't half take their time with it, do you?
Then the North selection. Okay, hold on. My bad. I don't know why they're doing the South versus North selection. What the fuck is this?
I'll be doing I'll be sorting out the numbers. I need to put this live on TV.
Yeah, they are. Klopp, great coach. Yeah, Klopp's a great coach. He's been a great coach, 100%. Ross says he's the only manager in my club's history to be 20th while Spurs were first. Should have been sacked since that day, isn't it? Isn't it, Josh? Should have been sacked.
Well, that's what I said to you.
Clinton
Gash
Morrison.
just seemed to take some offence with that.
Clinton Morrison's on now. All right, the northern side. All right, here we go.
I need to try and find the draw.
Number 24, Tranmere Burton. Tranmere Burton versus. Please tell me.
I need to meet this one.
Number 9, Lincoln City. Number 1, Accrington Stanley up against number 5,
Portsmouth versus Norwich. Norwich through Portsmouth.
Doncaster. Number 18, Wigan versus 15, Stockport. That's a local derby, isn't it? Wigan, because they're in around the Manchester area, and Manchester is also Stockport. Stockport's in Manchester too. Stoke.
I think so, yeah.
Stoke.
I've got it live. Wigan versus Stockport, you said? Yeah.
Yep. Stoke versus Bradford. Oh, that's a dead game.
Oh, you're well ahead of me.
Sorry.
I've just drawn Stoke on this.
I'm watching on YouTube. Burnley. Don't tell me you get Burnley away in the first game, bro. Don't. Number 4, Derby. Okay. Derby County. Bro, give me Leeds, man, please. I want Leeds.
I reckon the next draw is going to be Burnley versus Derby.
Sunderland.
Oh, crap, I was correct.
Sunderland. Sorry. What happened? Sunderland versus 23. Huddersfield or Leicester. All right. Nah. I want Leicester to win.
I've got this live on Sky Sports.
Yeah, I have Sky Sports as well, but I'm watching on the YouTube. Birmingham or Sheffield United versus number 12, Port Vale.
Oh, that's a go.
Birmingham, Port Vale. 13, Preston. Give me Preston. I don't care. I don't mind Preston.
Might as well go on YouTube. Yeah, it seems to be quicker than this.
No, it's okay. No worries. Preston versus Wrexham. Oh, Wrexham. Away to Preston, you know. Number 20, Barnsley or Fleetwood.
That's United.
Up against 14, Rotherham.
Wow.
Rotherham United. 22, Bolton or Sheffield Wednesday. Eight, Leeds. Oh, for fuck's sake! I wanted Leeds, man. Piss off.
Full draw.
Leeds in the first game. I want to send them packing. Everton. Don't tell me we have Everton, man. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, get Everton.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go away to Everton, bro. Everton versus.
Oh, don't piss me off like that.
Mansfield.
Mansfield. No. Don't worry, I've got it up and live now.
7, Grimsby. I don't mind Grimsby away. I would love.
Yeah, you wouldn't, because that's a free passage into the third round.
Yes. Grimsby Town.
You jammy cunts! What the hell? Dickhead.
So it's Grimsby Town versus United in the third round, in the second round of the League Cup. I love that. Grimsby Town versus Manchester United. Nah, lovely. That's it. That's all. That's the section.
Oh yeah, I know what they're doing. New Carabao Cup rules. They're dividing the North and the South teams until the until the round of 16.
That is bullshit. Grimsby.
I don't know why. I think it's to help fans get there more easily. But I don't know. There's some money-making strategy in there. But Grimsby, man, I can't believe you.
Nah, we should win that one. We should win that game.
Yeah.
It should be a win. Otherwise, bro, fucking hell, sack him if we don't win that game. I swear, if he doesn't,
he should be sacked anyway. But if he does start chasing him out of Manchester,
if he does not beat Grimsby Town, sack him. Genuinely, sack him if he doesn't beat Grimsby. That is absolutely bro. Grimsby Town. I'm just telling everyone. Whenever there's a draw happening, I always tell everyone before. in the League Cup.
So, well, I think it's safe to say Manchester United will be in the third round.
Grimsby Town. Can't wait. Can't wait. I wanna win.
That's actually like one of my favourite parts of the Premier League season. Like when your club play a lower league club, and it's obviously you're going to win, but you still want to see like certain players play and whatnot.
No, but the thing is though, bro, you know what it is? I like going away to new grounds. You know, I like going away to grounds that we've never played at before. So obviously there was times where we played Northampton. I remember we won 3-1 in 2016. There are games where, bro, the fact that I was nervous for that game just tells you everything you need to know. we didn't win the game for a whole month, so. But anyways, I mean, look, Grimsby Town away, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take Grimsby Town away. Who else? Who else was that? So there was Leeds up against fucking. Bro, I wanted to play Leeds, man. Leeds versus bro. I wanted an old school rivalry in the second round of the League Cup. Man,
I don't know.
that is what it is.
Don't know what to say.
Levante just got promoted, and so far they've only registered 3 players. La Liga starts in 2-3 days. Okay, fair enough. What Carabao Cup draw is happening on TV right now? Yep, we've just been drawn against Grimsby Town, fellas. Grimsby Town away in the League Cup. It will start next week. No, La Liga starts in 2-3 days. 2-3 days. I think
it's all about the Carabao Cup fixtures.
No, the League Cup starts. Wait, is it next week? Is that next week? Hold on, let me have a look.
Well, it's either next week or the week after. I think it might be between the second and third Premier League game of the season.
Let me see when the League Cup is. It should be next week. No, actually, it can't be because don't forget, Leeds are playing in the Premier League on a Monday on a Monday night against Everton at home. So I think it'll be the week after. I think it'll be in the second week. Yeah, it'll be in the second week of the because that was when the DFB Pokal is as well. So I think they might as well do that then. So, and United Women are finally in the Champions League. The first time they're playing that night against PSV Women at home. So that'll be interesting. But anyways, guys, we've done the UEFA Super Cup. Actually, no, we haven't done Super Cup predictions yet. Talk about Tottenham a bit, though. Yeah. We've spoken about PSG. We haven't spoken about Tottenham too much.
Yeah, we've spoken about PSG in great length. Regarding Spurs, I think I summarised it quite well at the beginning, but I'll reiterate: they've been very, very slow in regards to their summer recruitment, but the players that they're looking to sign and look like they will sign, it does look very promising, and it does look like their squad is going to be back to competing for European places. They're linked with Savinho. They're linked with
Eze.
That's it. And they're linked with other players as well. I can't remember what their names are. But
which player again?
I can't remember. I think they're in.
They signed Kudos. They signed.
I don't think they've signed anyone else. I think Kudos might be the only one.
I don't think so. But that's all they've signed so far.
Yeah, they're looking at Eze. They're looking at what's his name? Bloody hell, I keep slipping them.
I think PSG. Sorry, not PSG. Spurs. I think Spurs need a backup keeper. You know, because that backup keeper is horrendous. That guy in goal is horrendous. That backup keeper.
No, you don't like him at all.
I wish he played instead of Vicario because Vicario was making.
I wanted to say, I think if Ange was still Tottenham manager, this would be a walkover for PSG. And it might still be. But I think with Thomas Frank, Spurs will stand a better chance. I think there'll be much more of a defensive structure there that PSG would have to work to break down. Obviously, Spurs do have some decent players at their disposal, although they have got rid of Son, Maddison suffering from an ACL.
Yes.
Um, at the end of the day, I don't think there's any pressure on Tottenham to win this, which is why I'm not completely counting them out.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, like on paper and based on what we've seen from the clubs over the previous 2 seasons, it looks as if PSG are the massive favourites, and they are. And the likelihood is PSG will win. But at the end of the day, as we keep saying, Akavin, football is not played on paper. So at the end of the day, we don't know what is going to happen.
Hmm.
Having said that, I still predict PSG to win, although it'll be a lot tougher than what a lot of people are expecting. It kicks off in 23 minutes. So a prediction before the game starts, PSG win the game 2-1. It won't be convincing. It'll be a bit sluggish, start of the season vibes.
Hmm.
But ultimately, they'll get the job done and add to their European pedigree.
I'm gonna go 3-1 PSG. I think PSG have this one. I think they'll win this game. It'll be tight from the start. PSG might just score two dagger goals to just kill the game off. I think it might be tight at times, but PSG have they have it in them to I think kill the game off. So I reckon they've got enough. They've got just about enough. Spurs have too many injuries for my liking, so I think PSG have won this. I think PSG not won, but they'll win this game. I think they'll win this game. It's also in Italy, so listen, it'd be nice to obviously. The game's actually happening in 20 minutes. We gotta get through our predictions as well. We have to do Premier League predictions as well. Unless you want to do it another time, we can. But honestly, I think we might as well just do it today. Premier League predictions.
Yeah, we might as well do it today. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think we have the capabilities on this stream to create our own Premier League table and how it
Yeah.
will look. We
We'll
might be able to do that on Friday. We might be able to
we'll
do
do
that on
another one.
Saturday.
Do another one on Friday.
Yeah. Hopefully my computer will be mended by then, and we can share screen. Or if Akavan has a piece of technology that can do it, we can do it then.
I could, but I had to find the charger and plug everything in again.
Yeah,
Actually,
I know it's a lot of effort screen sharing, but
I have it here, but I don't know where the adapter is. I need to go find the adapter because it's a 3-hole like a plug. I only have a 2-hole plug for my charger, for my phone chargers and everything here. So yeah. I'm probably gonna say 3-1 PSG. I think PSG has this one in the bag. They've got the better players on the night. Spurs have too many injuries, so yeah, I reckon PSG have this. And that's about it for the Super Cup and the Carabao Cup. Back to Premier League, back to the real business. But big up to you, SK. Hope you well. Make sure you guys go sub to SKFC as well, people, if you haven't done so already. SKFC, fellow Chelsea fan from Boston, Massachusetts, best city in the world.
I'm Chelsea fan.
Love Boston, Massachusetts every single time. Big up to you over there in Boston, bro. And yeah. But Premier League, let's go. Premier League predictions.
Akavan, who are your 3 teams to get relegated?
My 3 teams to get relegated. Oh man. I've got Burnley going down.
Same.
I think Leeds. Bye-bye. Fuck out of here. Yeah, Leeds.
Right.
Back to Yorkshire you go. Back straight down to the Championship you go. Hopefully League One next year. I don't know. I'm literally torn between Brentford, West Ham, Wolves. Honestly,
I
bro.
support.
I
I
can't say.
think Burnley are a certainty to go down.
I think with Sunderland signings, I don't see them going down. I think Sunderland just about scrape survival. Just about. I think about like 16, 17. They'll be in the race. They'll be in the race for survival, but I don't think they'll go down this year. I think finally we're gonna have a Premier League team that's just been promoted to survive. That's what I think. Sorry, bro. Continue.
No. I was going to say I think Burnley are going to go down. I think Brentford are going to go down because they've had a shocking summer, and
Yeah.
I think it's a toss up between Leeds and Wolves for the final relegation spot.
Wolves and West. Don't forget West Ham too. West Ham as well
I
might
don't know.
just
I
be in
think
that.
West Ham could be in it.
Brentford though losing everyone though, man. Brentford.
I
Brentford's
know they've lost Mbuemo. They're going to miss Wissa.
they're gonna miss with
They got their club captain left, Norgard, to Arsenal.
Damsgaard.
Thomas Frank left for Spurs alongside his coaching staff. It's looking absolutely bleak for them, you know.
Flecken gone to Ten Hag at Leverkusen. Yeah, Ten Hag. SCG signing again. Fraud. Anyways, what'd you call? How'd you say it? So I think Damsgaard might hand in a transfer request and say, you know what, I'm gone too. I think Wissa and Damsgaard are the only two players I think say, yeah, no, we're done. We're out of here. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that happens. So yeah, big Damsgaard will go. I think Wissa goes to Newcastle. Finally, Newcastle will get a target unless May swoops in.
Unless anyone swoops in at this rate.
True. Because I also think why Sunderland will stay up. I think they're extra motivated to stay up now. They're going to be extra motivated to stay up now. Look at the state of Newcastle. Look at the state of their biggest rivals, Newcastle. Like they've got all the rich they've got the rich owners. They just won a trophy. Sunderland are going to be like, do you know what? We're not going to let Newcastle get away with this. We're going to stay up and we're going to take the fight to Newcastle.
Well, it's like what you say with motivation. Their northeast rivals are the richest club on the planet, so they're going to want to make a name for themselves as well.
Don't forget the signings as well. Sorry to interrupt you. Adingra. They also signed Granit Xhaka as well. So don't be surprised if Sunderland end up staying up. So I'm looking
forward to Arsenal's visit to the Stadium of Light because that'll be a good game. That'll be a very good game.
My 3 teams to go down, I reckon. Do you know what? I think Wolves will go down. I think Wolves go down.
You think Leeds will stay up?
I think Leeds will go down.
Yeah.
Leeds, Wolves, and what's the other team again?
Burnley.
Burnley. I think Burnley rock bottom. Like, do you know what it is with Burnley, right? They always come up and never strengthen. Like they literally take the championship apart every single season. That's why the fans are excited to go back down. Be like, oh, we're gonna dominate the league again, so we might as well head back down. That's what these clubs like to do. They're excited to get back down because they love to have a season where they dominate the championship. It's hard for them to dominate the Prem because they just not their squad just ain't good enough. So I reckon Sunderland stay up. So my bottom 3. Leeds, Wolves, and Burnley in no particular order. Actually, I'll go Burnley rock bottom, and yeah. What's your mid-table? What's your 17th to 11th? 17th to 11th.
Well, I think the best way to answer that, Akavin, is to describe who I think will finish in the European places. And then, in terms of mid-table, I don't care. I have no reasoning for 17th to 11th or 17th to 8th. At the end of the day, it's called mid-table for a reason. The teams will be all jumbled up. I think if we focus on who's going to qualify for Europe, i.e. who's going to win the league, qualify for the Champions League and lower, we'll better identify who will be in our mid-tables. So, in terms of champions of England, I think that's between Liverpool and Manchester City. I think Chelsea need to strengthen their centre-back options and they need to strengthen their goalkeeper. I think Arsenal, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, but Mikel Arteta fills me with no hope whatsoever. Madueke on the left wing fills me with no hope whatsoever. Odegaard in midfield gives me very little hope whatsoever. And we've seen over the previous few seasons that they can't get over the line. So for me, it's between Liverpool and Manchester City. The only 2 teams in England that have been there and done it over the last 7 or 8 years.
Clubs in England right now as well.
Exactly.
Well, maybe Chelsea.
Yeah, so I think the obvious choice is for the top 4 to be Liverpool, City, Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah.
And to be honest, honestly, I'd probably go with that, although I wouldn't be surprised if Manchester United sneak in there. I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle sneak in there.
But
Obviously, you have the likes of Spurs as well. But
Palace top four battle, right?
sorry,
Top four battle, right? You mean?
yeah. But, well, in terms of the top four battle, I think Chelsea and Arsenal will be more involved in that than Liverpool or City will. And you'll have the likes of Manchester United and Newcastle there to battle that out for the final Champions League place. Spurs might be up there as well, especially with
Spurs.
Savinho and Eze apparently being signed. So you
Mm.
have that. My hot take is that Manchester United, you know what, they challenge for the Champions League places.
Okay.
And if the coefficient goes England's way again, they finish fifth. I reckon United will finish fifth. And that might just be enough to get them into the Champions League. I don't know. But I feel like Manchester United, they'll bounce back spectacularly compared to what they were like last season in terms of their league performance.
Yeah.
I think you guys will be like comfortably in the top four. Like Leicester in 2019-20 and 2021. You'll be absolute certainties for the top four until the final month when things start to unravel a bit. But depending on the coefficient, you might be able to sneak into the Champions League again. Not much more else to say than that. I think Newcastle's poor summer window says it all. I think they'll suffer quite by
I
quite a
think,
way, and
I
they'll
think
probably have to settle for the Europa League places.
I think if they let go of Isak and they don't replace him well enough, that could be the downfall. It's the replacement of Alexander Isak. That's
Well, I
where I
think
look.
even if they keep Isak, he's not going to want to be at Newcastle. So that
Yeah.
might create a bad attitude
But
in the dressing room. That'll create bad chemistry when they're playing together, and that's going to affect Newcastle in a negative way.
it's just for me. It's just the goals that he scores for Newcastle. You're not going to replace him. You're not going to replace him with the amount of goals he scores, and with the way he plays. And also, I just think with Champions League, it might ruin them in terms of like scheduling. Because don't forget, the squad depth ain't all that great as well. Newcastle, they've got a really good starting 11, but their starting 11 to the bench, it's completely different. It's completely like different. So I'm probably gonna say maybe Newcastle don't finish in the top 5 this year, unless it is still top 5, unless the coefficient says otherwise. But I don't see a reason why they're not gonna be top 5. What are we? What else are we? What else am I missing? Top. What's your mid table? What's your 10th to 6th? How about 10th to 6th?
Spurs, Newcastle. Oh, you know what? I work as a steward at Brighton, so I'm going to put Brighton in there,
That's fair.
and probably Everton. I'll go with Everton. Under David Moyes, they'll turn into a solid mid-table outfit. They seem to have they seem to be having a pretty solid summer window as well.
I'm sorry.
So I think Everton might be surprising. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I sound surprised, but Everton.
Genuinely,
I nothing against David Moyes and Everton, but bro, their squad compared to recent time, like this squad in recent times has not hit the ground running. Even if they've been on form, they've sort of tailed off. Everton are just, I don't know, man. I don't see why Everton are gonna. I don't see why Everton can finish top half.
I have
I
faith in the blue half of
I they'll
Merseyside.
finish in the mid of the bottom half. In the middle, and just about in the middle of the bottom half. I don't see them finishing top half, unless you might be right. Somehow Everton could just shoot up there, for I don't know how.
No,
Um,
Ackerman, they've had a pretty decent summer window so far. I mean, you even have to go back to 1 or 2 days ago. They signed Jack Grealish on loan from Manchester City,
that
and
is
regardless of whether you think he's flopped at City, at the
no
end of the day, he's won the
he was
trophies
terrible.
to justify his price tag, and he brings in a wealth of experience that squad will desperately need.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
um, I think Everton are dark horses for the not for the Premier League title, but to perform well. So I think
Yeah,
with David Moyes, when he's at clubs like Everton and West Ham, he's in his element. a previous lower mid-table club. He can get them challenging for Europe, like he did with Everton between 2002 and 2013, and with West Ham in 2 separate stints. I reckon Everton will be a very, very tough outfit to come up against it next season.
Mm.
Because David Moyes is a brilliant manager. All right, the Manchester United job was too big for him. It will be big for the majority of managers. For a Real Sociedad job, listen, foreign country, he's not going to be used to it. Sunderland job, that was doomed from the start. Their summer of 2016 was catastrophic. But with Everton and West Ham, he's got a comfort zone available where he can start pushing for the European places. And I think you'll start seeing that with Everton's performances and their results this season. And that's why I've got them in my 6th to 10th position. But if you want me to order them, Newcastle, Spurs, Everton, Brighton.
Newcastle, Spurs, Everton, Brighton.
Yeah, 6th to 10th.
10th. Okay.
Manchester United will finish 5th. And then you can mix up the top 4 any way you want. I don't think Chelsea will win the league, and I don't think Arsenal will win the league.
I hope you're right. If that's the Champions League place, I hope you're right. I don't see a world where, you know what, we have only one game a week and we're just not gonna, we're gonna waste the opportunity, you know, to not finish higher. You know, you sign some good players, sign some players that are, you know, gonna help us in the long run. Hopefully,
At the end of it, what other club finishes 15th and signs in Buemo, Sesko, and Cunha? No other English club.
You know what it is, Josh? Sorry to cut it in again, bro. You know one thing I really take pride in, right, as a United fan, as much as how bad we are, we still sign some of the players that you don't expect us to sign. Like, we still sign some of the players that, you know, that have hit the ground running in recent times, and I'm like, fair enough. I can't. The pull we have is unreal. That's the one thing I really take pride in, even if we're so bad. So fair play. But yeah, I hope you're right about United 5th, but I just don't see it right now. I think United,
Honestly, I think United will surprise a lot of people.
unless we sign Baleba and a goalkeeper. If we sign Baleba and a goalkeeper, top quality goalkeeper, I'll put us in 5th. If we don't sign one, then I'd probably say 8th or 9th, because I don't feel.
I don't want it to sound like I'm arse-licking United and trying to get their fans on my side, but I genuinely believe like you guys will have a much, much better season than you're giving credit for. I think you'll be well within the Champions League race. I think you'll progress far in the domestic cups. And obviously you're not in Europe. I was about to say what happens in Europe. But honestly, I don't think this season will be anywhere near as bad as people think. And that is crazy to say, considering you just lost the Europa League final to Spurs. You finished 15th. You went trophyless. But at the end of the day, I hate to say it as an Arsenal fan, but you are Manchester United, and you're going to bounce back quicker than people like to make out.
United, we're talking about.
This is United. Honestly, I would arguably say United are my dark horses this season.
Have you seen Have you seen that trailer where United fan clipped up every single? This is Manchester United we're talking about. This is Manchester.
Oh, Gary Neville, yeah.
This is Manchester United we're talking about. Now, all of them kept on saying the exact same thing. So
yeah.
That's one thing I take pride in, man. And yeah, big up to United for still having the pull, but let's get the best out of these guys now.
Genuinely, because
I hope you're right. I hope we finish high this year.
Listen, like, you guys aren't going to win the Prem for another 10 odd years, yeah.
Maybe.
And that's the cycle of football. But
just
you'll still be in and around there. You know what I mean? It's like Liverpool, for example. They went on a 30-year title drought. They haven't finished outside the top 8 in English football since 1955.
Right.
You know, there's certain, you know, big clubs always find a way. Manchester United will find a way. And I think Manchester United will surprise a lot of people. And your fans will be as loud as ever, like they were a few seasons ago in Ten Hag's first season. And honestly, I think you guys will do well. Whether you win a trophy or not, I'm not too sure. But I won't count you guys out. Not at all. And your screen's gone completely black. Don't know what that's all about. But yeah, like I was saying, I haven't got the live chat up right now, but if there are any Manchester United fans out there, he has completely left. Oh my word! If there are Manchester United fans out there, just know that your season is going to be so much better than you guys are giving credit for. That's all I'll say.
Apologies about that, people. I think I received a call what do you call? That's why it took me out of the app. My bad. Sorry, what were you saying, Josh? I didn't mean
No, I
to.
was just saying, like, to Manchester United fans watching, I feel like you guys are going to have a good season ahead of you. And that may culminate in the trophy, I'm not too sure. But you're sure as hell aren't finishing 15th again. You sure as hell aren't getting humiliated in, well, obviously you can't get humiliated in Europe, but you're not going to get humiliated by Fulham at home in the FA Cup this season.
Then that's a sackable offence.
You guys are going to do much better. And I don't like saying that because I don't like Manchester United, and a lot of your fans wind me up. But
Of course you don't.
especially that Agastia Bajaj, but anyway.
Fair enough. But obviously, my bottom half, I'm probably gonna go with. So I said the bottom three. Let's go bottom half. Probably gonna say Everton. I think Brentford bottom half. I think West Ham bottom half. So was it 11th to 17th? Yeah.
Yeah.
6 teams. Fulham. I don't see Fulham finishing high in the table. I think Bournemouth are not gonna have. I think Bournemouth are not gonna have the season they had last year.
Not at all.
I think one more team. Who's that one more team? I think I said Everton. Did I say Everton already?
I think you did. Yeah.
Everton, Bournemouth, Fulham, West Ham,
Crystal Palace,
Crystal Palace.
Sunderland.
No, Sunderland. Yes, Sunderland. And I think did I say Bournemouth again just now? No, I didn't say Bournemouth.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth might come 10th. Or maybe just about below the bottom half. Palace, they won't have the season they had last year. I think they're in the conference league. They might turn their attention to that, and they might kind of put their attention in the Prem. So that's why they might just finish in bottom half. So I'm probably gonna go Palace 13th or something like that. Wolves will get relegated, so I can't have Wolves. West Ham will stay up slightly. Sunderland will stay up. I want them to stay up. We need the old firm. Not old firm. Timeware derby. We need the Timeware derby in the Premier League. We need it every single year, bro. We need it every single year. So that's why I think we need to hope Sunderland stay up. Bournemouth will probably finish quite low. I mean, losing Howson and Kirkes might affect them big time. It depends on any more outgoings if clubs. Kepa also last year. Kepa was there last year. Played a part. So, anyone else that I missed out on? There's one more team I think I missed out on for sure.
No, I think you've named 6 different clubs.
And top 10, I think Forest will get 9th, around 8th, 9th. Villa.
Forest are there, aren't they?
Forest, Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle.
I haven't even mentioned Villa. Oh my word! What am I playing at?
Villa. Nah, I don't see Villa doing well though, because Villa are in the Europa League. I think Villa will use that as the source to get back into the Champions League. Don't forget Unai Emery.
Who did I? I said Everton and Brighton. Replace Brighton with Aston Villa, and put Aston Villa 7th.
Okay.
With Spurs. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Brighton will finish 9th, 8th, 9th. I think Forest, because don't forget Forest have the Conference League, don't they? Sorry, no.
Europa League.
Europa League. Sorry, because of the Newcastle Sunderland bullshit. Sorry, Newcastle. Fucking hell. What am I saying? Crystal Palace.
Oh, it's late in Bangkok, lads. Give him time. Give him more time than Arteta.
If only if only Crystal Palace managed to stay in that Europa League, and I reckon they could have had a good year. Oliver Glasner proven in European competitions, so you just never know what could happen. I think you give Forest. What did I think of Forest? Don't see him doing anything in Europe. I'll be honest with you. Don't see him doing well in Europe. I think the Conference League would have been would have been good for them. I think Palace being in the Europa League, fair enough. Genuinely fair enough. They deserve to be in that Europa League. Let's just be honest. They deserve to be in that Europa League. So probably gonna go with Palace. Palace stay up. Obviously, my 6 to 10. My 6 to 10 would be Villa, Forest, Brighton. What am I missing? One more team.
Give it to Everton, Ackering. Come on.
Tottenham. No, Newcastle. 6. Yeah, sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 teams. 5 teams. Newcastle, Spurs.
Fair enough.
Newcastle, Spurs. Top 5. I hope United get 5th. I hope we get 5th. Don't see us. I don't know
I hope
why.
we get 5th. Ackering Narula 2025. It's crazy.
Bro, we ain't gonna win the league.
Good point.
I hope this is the year. This is the one year we get 5th. I'll fucking take it. I will not take 5th if we're in the title race and we end up fucking falling. Then that'd be unacceptable. Obviously, I want to win the domestic trophies. I want to go for the cups. I'd say Champions League qualification this season is the most realistic I can go for. Unless we sign Baleba. Unless you don't sign Baleba, I don't see us getting Champions League qualification. I see us finishing in mid-table, like literally 8th or 9th. If we don't sign a midfielder. If we sign a midfielder, we'd have to definitely finish higher. And a goalkeeper. So that's... I don't know, Don't know. 5th... Do you know what? No, sorry. I'm going to change. I think United finish 8th or 9th. And I'm going to give Villa that 5th spot.
Fair enough. Unai Emery, you can't go wrong.
4th position. I was thinking about it earlier. I think Chelsea could go into a title race. Chelsea in 4th. Arsenal 3rd. Sorry.
Yay.
Don't see. I just don't think.
Can't wait. Let's go.
I don't think you guys are going to compete for the league this year. I'm sorry. I just don't think you're good enough. No,
Good point.
I think you're title contending worthy, but the other clubs have strengthened more than you. I don't think you've strengthened.
Exactly.
You've only just added to your squad. Gyökeres strengthened your team. Madueke doesn't strengthen your team. Like, who else do you sign? Mascara. Okay, maybe he does kind of strengthen your depth.
None of our players strengthen our starting 11 apart from
Norgard is just sorry. I don't know why you guys signed him. That's an absolute waste of money. So yeah, Gyökeres is the only one that I look at and be like, wow, that's a great signing.
Gyökeres is the only signing we've made that improves our team.
I think you should go for Eze or Rodrigo, one of them players.
Preferably both.
Preferably both.
But so, obviously that's not going to happen. So,
and here comes the top 2. In 2nd, I have Man City.
Ooh, drama.
Manchester City comes 2nd, and unfortunately, the bin dippers win the fucking league.
Hey, 21st league title, that would be historic as anything.
Nah, get them bin dippers out of my fucking face, man. Can't stand them.
Hey. Say what you want about Liverpool, but Manchester has a higher poverty rate, so Manchester have a higher amount of bin dippers, I hate to say.
Manchester have a high success rate of Premier League titles. If you know, you know.
Yeah, but United fans sing 20
And,
times, 20 times instead of 13
and,
times,
and,
13 times.
and a few Champions Leagues as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Doing watch along? No. We're gonna close
Oh
out.
shit, the game's on. I forgot about it.
Now we're gonna close out in a bit, people. Just literally
Yeah,
like
we'll close out, but I'm gonna have the game on for the final
yeah,
few stages of the stream.
I have to close out in literally like 10 minutes max. Because obviously he's not gonna clip the show up if I don't close
Yeah.
out. Prediction for the Super Cup. Oh yeah, we need to do a prediction for the Super Cup because I need to clip that and post on the YouTube Shorts.
Oh no, we already gave our predictions. I said 2-1 PSG.
3-1 PSG.
Yeah,
Because
yours was 3.
no, I just want to clip up this part and post it on the YouTube Shorts. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yep,
As
no
predictions.
problems with that.
I don't want to screenshot and add the predictions anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to actually get the real predictions and clip up the stream. So yeah. Big up to my boss. Big up to bro. Palace are in the Conference League. Yeah, I know, because of the Leon bullshit that happened. Same ownership. Sunderland won't stay up, but they'll give a fight. They lack the quality. Maybe they kept job. They have a chance. Do you know what it is though? I think Sunderland. The only reason why I say they stay up is because they're motivated now. They're back. Newcastle in the Prem. They're Newcastle are on the rise. They're getting all that money. You know, Newcastle have won a trophy. Sunderland are like, oh yeah, nah, we can't let Newcastle fucking take over. We need to win. So I think Sunderland will stay up. Just about.
I was about to
Stay up.
say we've got another Nevrula in chat.
The players sound a good player. Sorry, what were you saying, bro? Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was about to say we've got another Nevrula in chat. They're
Yeah,
multiplying,
that's my friend. That's my pal from back home. Big up.
Good man.
He's actually studying in the UK. He's my my friend. My friend. He's not my cousin. He's my friend.
Wait, is he at? Did you say he's at Bristol Uni?
No, that's not him in Bristol University. No. That's he's in Leeds. He's a United fan.
Leeds. That is one party going City.
Leeds,
You must be enjoying yourself.
Leeds are falling apart again.
To the sound of Joy Division.
I hope so. I hope Leeds are falling apart again. But we are going to close up, people. Josh, it's been a great show, man. Big up to you for hopping on the show. By Friday, we'll have Game 1 predictions out. And tomorrow, people, stay tuned. It is the United Arsenal clash on my channel. So tune into that, people. It'll be United Red Army Rampart meets whoever wants to collab with me. So that'll be the show tomorrow. And on Friday, Premier League predictions plus FPL is coming to AN Sports. So make sure you guys tune into FPL. So we are gonna add FPL to the show. But we're not gonna we're gonna review the table again. We're gonna review the table again on
PSG in. Ooh, just one.
We're gonna review the table again on Friday, just to screenshot the table and add it. Score predictions for what? United Arsenal or this game? This game 3-1 PSG. Josh says 2-1 PSG. United Arsenal. I will leave that for the tomorrow show. I will leave the prediction for tomorrow's show.
I have no idea what to predict for that.
Yeah.
I just don't think Arsenal will win. There's a bit of a spoiler for tomorrow's stream.
Fair enough. I will try and get the likes of Don C on. I'll try to get the likes of Rasta. Vigilante is going to come on the show tomorrow. Josh will be here, and if his buddies reply, they'll hop on the show as well.
So yeah, and if Cam doesn't keep running away like he does from his rent payments, yeah, he'll be on. Alongside his Manchester United friend, who apparently is deluded. So can't wait for that.
So Arsenal could outnumber us tomorrow in terms of show appearance. But listen, it is what it is. But guys, I appreciate the support.
They're a bigger club, more fans, or nothing. Nah, that's not serious, all right? I know.
But I appreciate the love and support as always, people in the chat and on the channel. We're literally 12 subs away from 400 subs, guys, and I would love to get there before the season starts. If you guys could sub to AN Sports, that would be fantastic. At AN Sports 7 on YouTube. Josh, appreciate you coming on the show tonight, bro. Appreciate you coming on the show tonight, bro. And
no worries, man.
tomorrow it is on. It is on tomorrow. It is going to go.
Cannot wait, honestly.
It's going to be an absolute meltdown tomorrow on both sides. It's going to be an absolute. I don't know what to do.
I'll keep civil.
Hey, bro, listen. Let's both get a popcorn and watch the rest of the lads argue. You know what I mean? Let's just sit
Honestly,
back
man.
let's get a popcorn. You know what I mean? And just watch everyone argue.
I'll sort myself out a nice little takeaway so I can just munch on my margarita pizza while everyone else is shouting at each other's head.
Hey, don't give me that idea, bro. Don't give me that idea. But anyways, people, keep liking the video. Let's get a 15 likes and keep subbing to the channel. We're 2 subs away from 390, but 12 away from 400 subs. So if you guys could get to 400, that'd be the better goal. But Josh, once again, bro, appreciate you coming on the show, and we'll see you tomorrow. Guys, take care.
You will.
We're out,
Take
people. Carabao Cup second round draw. Grimsby away. United. Uefa Super Cup predictions. Final predictions. I'm gonna say it again. I'll clip this part up. Yeah. So I'll say the score and you say the score. 3-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG. I was about to say Spurs.
There we go. And we also did our table predictions and not season preview. Pretty much, we're gonna do more in depth on Friday. In depth preview on Friday. So tune into that, people. But we're out. Like, share, and subscribe. Come on, United.